What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be an awesome one. We're heading to COTA, and this came to fruition kind of spontaneously, but all I know is that we're driving some McLarens, and that's all I need to know, so let's go. Well guys, if you ever wanted to just get into the back of the paddock at COTA, all you need to do is just drive right by the booth. No one's even sitting there. Quite empty today. Alright guys, so we have made it to COTA, and it turns out that COTA is the wrong place to be. This miscommunication thing is actually hilarious because we're not in a time crunch or anything, but we're going to Harris Hill Raceway in San Marcos, which I've actually been dying to go to because I want to do some Miata stuff there, so it worked out perfectly. Gray M2 competition right there, that looks pretty amazing. And then a new G80 right there as well. Alright guys, so we made it to Harris Hill Raceway. I just want to show a quick lineup that we have outside here. We've got an M2 competition, a Porsche 924, and then behind it a blue E46 M3 that were all just out on track, those three. And then you got a couple Lotuses, a bunch of Miatas everywhere, and we're going to check out a little view, or a really nice view of the whole circuit or track here over there. So let's go. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, we have a bunch of race spec, B-spec Miatas here. I don't know exactly what spec they are. This hill has a Miata Racing League, and then this, as you guys can see, is a gorgeous view of the track, and you actually can pretty much see the whole track except what's down there. There's a GT3 coming in with the Ferrari California. That's what a tuned McLaren sounds like. Pretty freaking loud. Alright guys, so behind me is a McLaren that we were talking about earlier, the tuned thing. I mean, as you can hear, it's a freaking monster. Believe it or not, all this stuff is not from factory. So this was a stock McLaren 720, and then he put all these race parts on here, tuned it to 900 horsepower. I mean, look at this thing. Carbon front diffuser, everything. It sounds like a freaking mad animal. It's crazy. Doors go up. I mean, come on now. Want to get some closer looks at the carbon fiber and all the aero. Here are some front canards and everything. You got slicks, front louvers, custom mirrors, race windows. Here's the freaking wing on that thing. It's absolutely monumental. And then what's even more monumental is that rear diffuser. And just take a listen to this idle. When I'm talking, it's just crazy. All right guys, quick change of plans. We're actually gonna go out in the Ferrari 430. You can just see this thing's really cool. It's got carbon fiber door, everything. I mean, this is a race inspired car basically. And then this is actually paint. This isn't a wrap, believe it or not. This is painted on there. Italian tricolore flag right there. Alrighty guys, so now we hopped into the Ferrari 360 Challenge Stradale with me in the driver's seat. I just want to say a quick thanks to Mr. G for letting me drive one of his awesome machines. As you guys can see, we're coming out to what you would call the pit lane axis of the track, and I just had to check to the left here to make sure no cars were coming as we headed out onto the track. I'll voice over one of my better laps, but I just want to point out that the corner we're coming onto right now is where my little mishap happens, and mind you, this happened on the start of the second lap, so let's take a look. So as I'm about to enter that long right-hand corner, I'm staying in the middle of the track, and as I see the second cone, that's where you hit the apex of the corner, and at that apex, there's water on the track. I want to point out what actually happened here because it was such an interesting feeling. And you know, I've slid some cars around for fun before, but I have never experienced a car losing control in these circumstances before, so I wanted to explain what it felt like and all the sensations I got. Essentially, as soon as I went over that water patch, and this is not like a small water patch, it's probably better described as a stream going through the track. Basically, as soon as the front tires hit that water,
the nose of the car dipped down and the front axle started to rotate significantly to the right, which then made the rear of the car start to step out to the left, which made me then have to oversteer and overcorrect by turning the steering wheel to the left, which then brought the car back to a neutral position and a balanced straight line position. Ultimately, the most awesome thing was that Mr. G still trusted me to drive the car after that, and so we went on. He perfected my line around the racetrack, and as I got more comfortable with the 360 Challenge Stradale, I was able to push harder and actually put in some pretty decent laps, had tons of fun, and it was absolutely awesome. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at one of my better laps here. So, first things first, we're coming around this right-hander. This is track access right there that I was talking about earlier. We just passed that. This is the first corner. You see that cone right there? That's the apex. You want to hit that. Drag the car full throttle out to the right-hand side of the track. Now, this is along the left-hand carousel. It's fully flat. You basically want to prepare for this long right-hand carousel corner. Tap the brakes. See the first cone, stay in the middle of the track. Once you're looking at that second cone right there, that's the apex. Now drag the car to the left-hand side and then to the right-hand side to prepare for this left-hand corner. It's a slower one. It's a little bit bumpy, as you can see. Use that cone to hit the apex of the corner and then drag the car out to the right-hand side of the track. Now we're fully flat here going through this corner. This is a short little straightaway right here as we prepare for a sharp right-hand corner and then a uphill. So we go hard on the brakes, stay tight to the right side of the track here, and then you hit this uphill, pretty severe and steep uphill, and then you get right into a U-shaped left-hand corner. Stay tight to the left side of the track, then drag her out to the right side of the track with throttle and steering input. And then this is the back straightaway. You want to stay left as we're coming up to these corners here because there's a couple bumps on the right side. Then brake in a straight line, prepare for that turn in. Once you get that turn in, look for that cone right there. That's the apex. Drag her out to the right hand of the track. Full throttle through this next right-hander. It was one of my favorite corners because you could really feel the balance of the car there because this is a higher speed one. Then you want to stay in the middle of the track for this right-hand corner until you see that last cone right there, and then brake in a straight line and prepare for that first turn again where you see the cone hit the apex and then drag her out to the right side of the track. And that's a lap at Harris Hill Raceway.
Thank you so much, sir.
No, you did an awesome job. You've obviously been behind the steering wheel quite a bit, so your lines are excellent, the braking is really controlled, your hands are smooth. I can't say anything. You're a great driver.
Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely have the skills.
I know we had that one little scare with the
well, but you know, that's typical when you first go out with a car that you haven't driven, but
yeah,
you know, you kind of managing it easily when you last time out.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, you did a great job. It's good to see somebody that knows how to drive. I don't usually get that.
Alright guys, so I just did some laps in the Ferrari Challenge car right over there. It was absolutely sensational. I was able to get, you know, just the steering wheel input and get faster and faster with each lap. You guys will see that on the GoPro footage. But now, for the fun part, we're about to go in this 900 horsepower monster. And this dude, I tell you, he knows how to drive. So I might get my pants. Holy. Alright guys, already, this is a whole nother level. Holy. I mean, you can feel everything from the mechanical grip to the way this thing just rockets off the line. Oh my goodness. I mean, if I thought I had any sense of speed, it has been all just wiped from my memory because my speed was non-existent. This thing's a freaking rocket ship. The downforce. You just have to trust the car. Unreal! Unreal! I can't imagine what this thing would be like on a high downforce track. I mean, you could be pulling some serious G's. I've never felt a car that goes like this either. I think the fastest thing I had been in before was the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. But this, the boost, when you put two turbos on a V8, unreal. I want to give you guys the person point of view for a second. This is fucking insane. And you can hear the wind going by. It feels like you're near an airplane. It's crazy, guys. The problem is I can't get it into
The sport mode?
Because I can't get it into actually a high performance mode. It's running, so it's overcorrecting me a lot.
Okay.
It's okay, it still runs pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. I've never felt anything like that.
Yeah, well, you know, you get an advantage of it's a very lightweight car. It's stupid fast.
Just even in a straight line, I don't think I've felt anything quicker than this.
No.
And I love the induction noise and the sound of the turbos spooling and everything. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it's kind of a stupid car, but it's kind of fun.
Alright guys, I can assure you that today, my first experience at Harris Hill Raceway was a freaking success. I was just taught again what some of these performance machines are really capable of and was shown the next degree of their capabilities. Just absolutely insane with that 720S. Massive thank you to everybody who helped with the opportunity to film this video and just the overall experience. But like always, please browse the channel, subscribe, like, comment, you guys know what to do, and I'll be back with even better car content next time.